I just want to say this before we start the video. Leave a like, because right now, if you leave a like, not only will you be better than the markofj and Swag XBL and the Korean Savage, you'll also be better than me, the best Call of Duty player on the planet. So leave a like, and you'll become the best Call of Duty player in the world. You become a pro player like Optic Scump. Okay, enjoy the video. Alright, hey guys, Strictly Merkin here. My phone is going off. Sorry. So I'm gonna be making this video that I promised a while ago. Hold on, let me close my door. Let me close my friggin' door. Lock it. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna make this video. How to get better at Call of Duty. How to be better than me, Prince Lightskin or Swag XBL, markofj. Be better than all of those guys. So you guys want to know the secret? Well, there's pretty much three easy steps in my mind. So the first thing, step 0, is to make sure your equipment and everything is in order and in check. Make sure everything is working, and yeah. So in my case over here, I want to make sure when I boot up Black Ops 3, I want to make sure all my settings and stuff are pretty much good. I want to make sure my sensitivity is good, all my mouse binds and stuff. And this right here, switch weapons. Mouse 4 is like a side button on my mouse. I recommend you guys try it, because honestly, if you don't have that, you're at a disadvantage. That's from my opinion. So once you make sure that is well, then you want to do some warm-up games. You can either dive straight into a match, or you can go to custom games. I recommend doing Nuketown, but you could do any one of these DLC maps and whatever works for you. So now that you got that out of the way, now that you're all warmed up, number 1 is muscle memory, or I don't know what you console guys would call it, but stick to if you find that your sensitivity is a bit too fast or too slow, move up your sensitivity. So in my case, my DPI is I think 1,000. I think it's 1,000, and I don't even remember. I didn't really mess in the mouse drivers. All I make sure is my polling rate is 500 rather than 1,000, because I find with 1,000, it's registering too many movements and it makes me a bit inaccurate. So that's why I use 500. And this goes back to CS:GO, actually, when I used to play that a lot. And I don't know, with this game, I find 1,000 polling doesn't really work. And I always tell people this, you know, if you feel like you're not accurate no matter what you do, change your polling rate to 500 if you're on PC. Now on console, you really don't have this problem, but on console, if you have a SCUF controller or a controller, the first thing you guys want to do is make sure, actually for both cases, make sure your mouse isn't greasy. So clean off your mouse or controller, make sure that's not greasy. Make sure your paddles and stuff are working on keyboard. Make sure your drivers are up to date and that sort of stuff. Because you don't want to, the last thing you guys want to do is make sure have your controllers greasy and you have to hold it in an uncomfortable way. Same thing with this. It's the same kind of thing with the PC side, is that you don't want to have your drivers just shitting on you. And I know that Black Ops 3 isn't the best thing to do, but it's just something. Okay, so now that you got that out of the way, is pretty much game sense. I can't teach you guys game sense. What I can do is maybe go into custom games. I'm gonna teach you some stuff. Is there any bots on this? Bots, okay. So I'm gonna go into a game and show you guys some cool little tricks and stuff. So this is my first game, so pretty much that's why I'm not going straight into multiplayer, because I don't know if I'm gonna lag while recording. So that's why I'm doing custom games. But I don't really need to be in the game to show you guys this. Okay, so let's say this is team deathmatch right here, and I'm over here and all my teammates are here. So immediately I'm gonna know that my teammates are gonna be, the enemies are gonna be over there. Now this is not, rocket science or anything, but let's say that I'm in the middle of the map. I have a couple teammates over here. Maybe let's say I have 2 people over there on my radar. The rest are over here, and then maybe that's 2. Maybe I have 2 more over here. I'm here. Another teammate's here, and then a teammate's over there. This is pretty much a current setup. What you'd find when playing a team deathmatch. Usually, you have 2 teammates over there, maybe 2 teammates over here, and maybe you are our teammates over there. So that's 6 people in a match. So you want to go where there's the least amount of your teammates, because that's where they're going to be spawning. So in Nuketown, in this case, really they only can spawn over there, car, or over there. Now the specific spawn sets is right here over there. Phone's going off. Right there. They can spawn back there or over there near the swing set. Never, and unless you guys are doing some crazy spawn trapping, will they ever spawn over here? And I've only ever seen it once back, and this was back when the game first came out, so they could have honestly fixed the spawns. They can spawn, I've seen people spawn like right over here, and that's because we had wraps and Cerberuses. So that is pretty much like all the spawns, but you have to in order to be a good player, like if you guys watch any one of your YouTubers, you will know that they're going where there aren't players, where their teammates are. So in this case, you guys can even watch my videos. I might even overlay some footage to show you guys what I mean. But like, I gave you guys a perfect example of it, and yeah. You guys have to know how to read a minimap in order to be good at the game. It's not just gun skill, because gun skill will only get you so far. It will really only get you so far. You can't rely on raw gun skill, you have to have game sense. So let's just say in this scenario, there's a guy peeking over there with a gun and I have an SMG. In my mind, I know that, what the hell, my phone's going fucking off. In my mind, if I have an SMG and I don't know what he has, in my mind, I'm going to use this cover, maybe jump over here and go over there, because I know that my thing is going. Okay, hold on. I need to cut this. Turn my phone on vibrate. In my mind, I know that I'm at a disadvantage because my SMG from here to over there is there's probably going to be lots of recoil and the damage is going to drop off. So yeah, so I'm going to show you guys some footage, react to some of my games, and kind of just tell you guys what I'm thinking. Hey guys, so we're back. I'm gonna react to this game. I'm using Movies and TV. It's Windows 10 is different. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is a video that came out. It's the crazy 6KD gameplay. I think there's some sound in here. Let me see how loud it is. So I'm gonna just be pausing it. I was partied with UE and I think it was Blue Solstice. Let me turn this down. I'm gonna turn this down. So I'm gonna show you guys right here. Let me restart. So I wanna, oh my gosh. Okay, so first I spawned, I turn, if you guys ever watch my videos and wonder why I scroll over there, because I'm using Xbox Record, and in the latest version of it, assuming you have the latest version of Windows, there's like a bar over here. Let me turn this off. There's a bar over here, and I usually just get that out of the way so it doesn't mess with my sensitivity. So let's just scroll over here. So right here, this is obviously, some people might say I'm pre-firing right here. Let me scroll back. I can't even do that. So like right here, see how I was already kind of setting myself up there? I even pre-fired, because in team deathmatch, this is where you always should look. Domination, kill confirm, search and destroy. You should always look in a lane that's most predictable, and for this, it's this blue building, because I expect people to either go right here or in the top window up there. So, and right there, I knew it. I don't remember who it was, but I think it was pure accuracy. He died to, I think it was a P06 over here. Yeah, you can see. So I immediately switched over and started pre-firing over here. Okay, now I'll point out that after I wasn't hitting any sort of shots, I should have probably fallen off, because he's at the advantage. Since he has the P06, he can kind of charge it up from behind cover and then like jump around and like kill me, because he knows where I am, because the weapon is unsuppressed, so he knows exactly where I am. So now, if you guys back over there, you saw me pre-aiming the car because I expected him to go over there, but since I saw my blueberry right here, he's in my party, so I can rely on him to be able to kill him. Or since we're at, I think this video, we're in a Discord, so yeah, it's 2:55. I need to finish this video. So I saw him over here. He was running back, so I decided to fall off. So I pre-aim over here. It doesn't really look like it, but I pre-aim over here because you should always expect people to be there. That's why you should always pre-aim. You see Swag XBL pre-aiming, or Prince Lakes, whatever you guys want to call him. markofj does it, T Martin does it, everyone does it. Okay, so that's why you guys sort of pre-aim things that you want to pre-aim lanes. That's pretty much. You always want to pre-aim when you're running around the corner. So, okay, so You see me jump over here because I don't remember, but I think Wutu Lao called it out, or I just looked on the radar. It sounds off. I know there's a guy car, and Wutu Lao has his back to him. If you look on the radar, you have a random over here shooting at him. Now, I don't want to say people are bad or anything, but you should never rely on random teammates to get kills. You should always confirm that he's dead or look on the radar or something like that. Oh, what the hell was that? 30 seconds. Damn. Okay. Man, I need to stop touching that. Let me go. Okay, where was it? Okay, so I saw his gun up here, and I think he even shot. So now I know he's up there, so I'm gonna pre-fire him and get that kill. So over here, I know that my teammates are back there. This goes back to what I was saying when I was in the custom games. I know all my teams are back near our spawn and car, so that means that the teams have to be spawning back in their spawn. So I'm already pre-aiming here. I get that kill, and then Blue Solstice cleans up the last two. It's pretty much game sense. You have to know when to rotate and when the spawns are gonna flip. So in this case, now that my teammates are all rotating over here, we have one guy at car, two guys pushing the house. I think I was just looking over here, but there's a guy pushing the house, and you have Blue Solstice already in that house. So now I know that pure accuracy over here, he's already rotating because we know that they should be spawning over there. And the guy car is blocking that spawn, so he can't spawn here. And like I said before, not all of us are blocking the spawn, so they cannot spawn like near that car over there. Whoops. So I'm already running back. So I know that there's a guy in here. Pure accuracy cleans up a lot of them. I think pure accuracy is still going, and then he dies. Now, I don't remember if they're responding over here. There's just one guy here. Pure accuracy pretty much flipped the spawn because he killed so many of them. So now when I was paying attention, I noticed that pretty much Blue Solstice is falling back. So that means I should kind of push this area over here and kind of get the heat off of him. So I know he's here, and then I think I called that out, and then he goes in there, and then I get this guy, and then that's pretty much the spawn. Rinse and repeat, guys. It's not rocket science. It's pretty easy to do. I don't know why I was looking over there. I don't really remember. I think I was just pre-aiming and I got lucky. So yeah, I noticed that naded almost. I'm honestly surprised that it didn't blow up the car. So right there. Okay, that's just fast reaction timings. I should have died. I'm gonna replay that right there. I 100% should have died. 100%. I was shooting at him, and then he jumped around the corner, so I jumped to kind of like make me a harder target to hit. And if you notice, I don't have blast suppressor, so every time you jump, you know the circle that shows up on the enemy radar. So you want to be wary of that. So I turn on him. That was pretty lucky. I'm pre-firing the garage. I want to point out that the things that have these type of materials, so up here, those things are wall bangable without FMJ. So just want to point that out. So I have my Tempest now, so I get him. For some reason, the spawns really didn't flip. I guess it's because I pushed it too fast. I pre-aim over here because there should be guys spawning swing set, but I'm guessing that they flipped the spawn. So I'm backing up because I don't want to run in and die. That would have been nasty if I hit that. So I'm sorry for the bad quality on these videos. Like, I'm getting a new graphics card. I'm gonna be using new. Ooh, so right here. I'm gonna turn on the sound because I don't actually remember why I did that. There should be. So you heard me say they should be over here. So I guess at the time they should be. I don't even know why they should have been over there. I'm guessing the spawns were splitted. So I start pre-aiming. I see two guys. Okay, I just want to point this out. Hold on. Let me rewind back. Okay, just no good thing. But I see this guy. You see this guy? He doesn't see me yet. The guy up here sees me. So I go for him instantly. And then when I can't see him, I try to wall bang the guy in the red, because now he's the main priority. It's all about prioritization. You guys want to know who your enemy is, who the priority is. So I don't even think I got any of these kills. Okay, I got one, and then he helped me. So now that I have the hater, I go back here and try to help him, and none of my shots registered, and I was so mad. So pretty much I aim, go, I kill him. I'm not sure why I was going over here. I guess I was waiting for my teammates to kill them over there, and I died because I wasn't paying attention to the radar. And that's the thing, like, you always should pay attention to your radar, hater or no hater. You always want to pay attention to your radar, because the radar tells you, even without a UAV, it tells you a good indication of where the enemy is going to be. So over here, I pre-aim, and I pretty much choked that. I didn't expect him to push sooner than the guy car was. So hater is gone. I think they destroyed it. I kill him. People honestly understand why people think I'm hacking. Now that I'm reacting to my own video, it's pretty easy. So this is kind of boring now. I don't want to bore you guys now. So yeah. So I give you guys some tips. I made you guys look over, read some of my videos, my old videos. Pretty much practice makes perfect. You guys need to have good aim, good game sense. I told you guys I was teaching you guys how to read a mini map. Pretty much that's the steps. You guys want to be hitting some clips like this with the sniper. Follow these steps and you're better than Mosh. Straight up. Like I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like pretty much. All it takes is practice, game sense, and pretty good aim. Like I said before, good aim only gets you really so far. Like, you guys want to be getting kill chains like the next clip like this, pretty much, like, good aim, this is what good aim will get you. And watching a lot of YouTubers like Swag XDL, this is pretty much what it'll get you. This is actually probably one of the nicest kill chains I've gotten. If I'd hit that one, that would have been just nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can tell you guys. Like, there's nothing I can do to tell you guys how to get better. Like, obviously having a gaming mouse, you know, having a gaming mouse can only get you so far, just like having a scuff. Like, if you have a gaming mouse, don't expect to be instantly better, just like a scuff, because what a gaming mouse does is just gives you a more accurate sensor. But up to a certain point, that doesn't even matter anymore. Like, if your aim is so already bad, why buy? Why waste money? Why waste like 60 bucks on a gaming mouse? So, same thing with a scuff. If you're already bad with it and you're not really, you know, playing to win, so to speak, there's no point on you buying a scuff. Now, obviously, the YouTubers aren't going to tell you that because they want money, but like, it's pretty much skill. Once you get to a certain point of skill, it just relies on game sense now. So if you guys really want to get better, practice makes perfect. I gave you guys some tips during the thing. Now I'm going to give you guys some movement tips which should work in IW, pretty much any Call of Duty that has this type of movement. I'm going to give you guys some 3 little tips you guys can do, and then that's pretty much going to be the video. So hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah. Basically, how to do a force momentum slide jump or slide momentum jump is all you want to do is run. So now that you got running down, you want to slide. So once you get sliding down, you're gonna slide and jump. You guys probably already do this. So what you're gonna do is you want to do it fast. So let's say this is all the cover I have. Oh, so you see, that's what you guys pretty much what it looks like. So basically, I'm gonna do it again. Let's say this is all the cover I have and that. Basically, when you do this, it may not look like much, but basically what you're doing is you're making yourself a harder target, because instead of like doing this or running around, you're actually moving faster than sprint speed at the peak of your slide. So obviously when you get around here, you're slowing down. So you actually wanna kill him by the time you hit the ground. That's basically what a force momentum jump is. Or now essentially, you see me do this a lot. I'll jump, and then that's pretty much the COD 4 bounce, pretty much. Basically, when you do this is kind of a last resort if you're in a tough gunfight. You do this when you don't have any more boost to thrust you forward. So let's say I'm doing this, and then that. Basically what it is. So I'm going to do this again. It keeps the momentum from the wall run or whatever I was doing. There's that, and basically you can just strafe across like this. You can just strafe across like this. You usually can do this when you're sniping. I don't really recommend doing that in a regular fun gunfight. I'd only do that if you're trying to like jump around a corner when slide. Okay, let me give you guys an example. So let's say doing this is doing that. It's a bit ineffective because you're jumping around the corner and you will not have enough time. Usually you do that when you're in a cover like this, when you're sniping, because you could like take pot shots at the guy. So you could do that, take pot shots, but what I like to do is straight jump and then kind of do that. Or you can just do this. See, but see when you do that, you don't get enough speed if you're trying to do it consecutively, so you could do this and do that. Do that, and that's pretty much just strafe jumping. It's nothing like COD 4 or MW2 or Black Ops 2, it's nothing like that, but you can kind of do it to get more length out of your jump, pretty much. So to recap, there's slide momentum, there's strafing, and what else did I say? I said... So I wasn't really explaining this properly, but what I was trying to say with the strafe jumping is that you use it to jump in front of something. So they say you want to jump like I'm not really playing anymore, but say you want to jump out of a corner of like a piece of cover. So like I was saying, so like say back when I was at the door, let's say I was just jumping in front of the door so I could see him surely. Usually do that to catch people off guard. When you're behind cover like that, it's harder to do like the slide momentum jump or whatever. It's harder to do that because then you have to like it takes more effort to aim at the target because you'll have more chance at losing them. So doing that, usually you want to catch people off cover. With the slide momentum jump, usually you do that when the guy knows you're behind that cover, and then you can catch him off guard. So people are gonna want to know the difference. So to recap, what did I call it? Strafe jumping. You do that when the guy doesn't know you're there, so you can like jump in his way and then catch him off guard. Slide momentum jump is a bit different, because if he has aim assist, if he's running aim assist, it doesn't even matter what you do, he's gonna have target, so you pretty much just make yourself a harder target. With the slide jumping technique, you do that when he knows you're coming, because usually he's sprinting at you, and then he has to like adjust a lot for him to get on target on you. So do those twos when you're in pretty trouble. And with the wall run thing I was doing, you're gonna want to do that when you're trying to keep momentum but you don't have any boost. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always guys, this is Strictly Merkin, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
This is a Chucky Beat production.